Okay, so today is a little bit exciting. So when I first put the feelers out last year for some bees, I made some half decent connections, and the guy who phoned me actually and gave me the bad news previously, he said, you know, if his contact can't get us bees, then well, he'll manage to sort us out. Now, obviously been chatting to him a bit on and off, and he said, oh, do you still want a nuke? So I said, yes, of course I do. Let's nuke me up, baby. What I didn't, stupidly maybe, what I didn't sort of put together was the cost. So at no point was cost mentioned. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're not going to give me free, and I completely agree. However, we never mentioned cost. You know, and he just randomly messaged me going, oh, I've got one if you want, you know, it's ready. I was like, yeah, fantastic. And then he's come back and gone, right, it's a bit more than a nuke, it's pretty much a colony because I've grown, so you need a double brood box. So went and bought a new brood box, some frames, because obviously we split, so we bought 2 hives and we split those. We've ended up using double brood on our original hive. So anyway, long story short, and he was like, do you want to come this weekend to get them? I was like, yeah, great, fantastic. You know, I said to the guys that, you know, he's sorting us out some free bees. Wasn't though. So on the phone, spoke to him and he said, do you want to say 200? And I was like, sugar, I haven't got 200 quid. So I spoke to the others, you know, both of them have just had babies, you know, partners on maternity and no one's working, so they don't have, you know, 50 quid each. So I had to come up with a bit of a deal. So because he told me that I needed a brood box, I brought 1 brood box. Now he's telling me I need 2, well, I don't have 2. So what I've said to him is, will you accept 100 now? When you accept 100 now, I'll take them away. If I can keep your brood box for a fortnight while I get another brood sorted, and then I'll bring them back. When I bring it back, I'll bring you the extra £100, and he's happy with that, so that's great. However, I almost feel stupid for thinking that it was going to be for free, but you know what, you speak to beekeepers. I'm going to drink this tea in a minute, I just keep putting it down. You speak to beekeepers and everyone's like, oh, you know, everyone in the beekeeping community is really generous, they'll just give you bees, everyone gives you bees. You know, if you guys have, you know, watched on YouTube, they you know, they're given bees by beekeepers, and it's, you know, they don't have to pay for anything. I mean, what's the investment now? Let me figure the investment out. So hive tools, I think were 5. So that's £10 on that. Then we've got smoker, was £20. The poly nuke that everyone told me to get was £70, and that's still sat on the shelf. It's not been used yet. So just add this together. That's £640. That's without the bees that we're now getting for an extra 200. So that's £840. Now I've got to get jars. Got to get a spinner. Labels. think that's it. Cutting knife, buckets, sieve, yeah. So we're about £80, £840 in. Let me just have a quick total with these. Spinner is probably about 80 to 100. So jars with gold lids, not too bothered about that, about the whole gold lid aspect, but let's use this as a base. I mean, 105 for 60 quid. That's actually not that bad. Okay. Labels, I think, are around £120. Stainless. Oh, I know that's with the spinner. So that's 3, and so it's stainless. 6 frame spinner is £350. Well, we're not doing that. Let's go for beekeeping equipment, honey processing. Right. So sieve, about 14.99. Honey settling tank, a tenner. There we go. Settling tank with valve and accessories, £30. So if we went with that, probably get another bucket or so, depending on how much we get. But either way, so £30, £290. Let's round it up to 300. That gives us a total of 1,140. All for a bit of honey. It's quite steep. That's £1,140 outlay. That's because we've got 2 hives and 2 colonies. I haven't even touched on the fact of winter feeding. I haven't touched on the fact that we need to erect a bit of a fence around our apiary. So this base figure here, that pack of jars is 105, right? However, do we sell them to family? Who knows? Gonna have to sell to family. But no, let's say there's 105 jars. So if we get enough to fill, let's say 80 jars, £14.25 a jar, and we will be even. Anyone going to pay £14.25 a jar? Probably not. However, on a positive note, this won't be a recurring cost, because because next year we will have the colonies, the hives. We may even be able to do a couple of splits and just buy the queens, so £50 a queen. If we can do a split, we can, you know, we can double the quantity and we can effectively have 4 hives. So it's not always going to be this sort of catastrophically expensive hobby that we've currently got. It's like anything, isn't it? There's always an outlay at first. Just this seemed to be a little bit more of an outlay when you add it all up together. Oh, gloves. Forgot to add gloves. And gloves were 20 quid. All because he got stung. And now he needs better gloves. So, it is what it is, isn't it? Never mind. So, I've got to wait till this evening to go and get the bees from the guy. He lives about 40 minutes away. I've got to meet him at 8:30, so I usually like to be in bed with a cup of tea by 8, to be quite honest, but you know, things you have to do. Things you have to do. Right, one more paint, one more coat on this. That's good to go. Got to knock up some super frames. Got our brood frames ready to go. So yeah, we'll have 2 strong colonies. Weather's terrible in the UK at the minute. It's just raining. It's cold. I actually put the heating on the other day, which for a Brit in June, is it June? Yeah, it's June. For a Brit in June is unheard of. But anyway, okay, right. Let's get this sorted. The problem with having to go and collect bees is you have to wait for them to effectively go to bed. So it's now 8:15 at night, Saturday night, and I am going to go and collect them. Pop to the cash point. Pop to the cash point. Get some money out. There it is. Bit of a snug fit. Something about bomb entry, I'm not too sure. But everything that's catching my eye, I keep thinking it's an escapee. Right, let's get these home and yeah, ready. I mean, it wobbles a great deal, which is quite concerning. It's not gonna go over. I don't know if you can see how wobbly that is. Problem is, country roads. It's all strapped together. Lots of tape and stuff, and God, this is a very gentle drive home. Last night I was dreaming about bees. Weird. Right then, coffee. You're missing out. So espresso for now. He's not sure on it. What's in there? He's very intrigued by them. Yeah, okay, right then. So let's make the flask up, load the car. I also, I'm going to try and find my grinder, because, so the farmer whose field it is, has put a padlock on because he's put some cows in the field. And he's put a padlock on, which is fine. I just climb the gate. He knows I'm there. He knows what I'm doing. However, because I'm on my own, I can't physically lift the hive, climb the gate, put it over the gate. I'm gonna struggle a bit. So what I have got is a second padlock. Now, he's an old guy, as with most farmers, and he doesn't actually have a mobile phone. He refuses. So I'm trying to do this by sound and just, there we go. He refuses to have a mobile phone. So it's really hard to get through to him, but what I'm going to basically do is cut his chain. What I do is I'm going to put our own padlock on one side and he's got his, so we can both have access to it. Like I say, he told me I could use a field. I can't track him down because I never know where he is, and then I'll go around and speak to his lovely wife and she's like, don't know. He comes home for dinner about 7 and we're always like passing ships. So I was going to do it, and if he's not happy about it, then all I can do is apologise. Someone once said it's easier to seek forgiveness than it is approval. Honestly, I was so disappointed. I thought I had loads of supers knocked up. It actually turns out I've got loads of brood knocked up. So, grinder, new padlock. Yeah, so it doesn't mind. Suit, an outing of the new gloves. First use of the new gloves. Boots, not Crocs. So annoyingly, that didn't start, and you just missed me struggle my rear off trying to get that into the car. Holy hell! That was tight on the low back. It was tight on the thighs. It was bloody awkward. A row cropper shopping bag. So I'm thinking if I cut it there, join our padlock up. However, I was hoping to do it more around here, but never mind. Problem is the farmer's house is right there. So I think he's going to be okay with this. Big scary guard dog rescue was giving me some abuse. Okay, 1, I hate yappy dogs. He's walking off now. 2, so I've cut the links, but I need a pair of grips or something to prise it open. So that's got to be AWOL. I've got the padlock on. Padlock is on. I need something to break the links. Also forgot glasses, health and safety and all that. So now I'm going to try and get that over there. That actually wasn't too bad. Nowhere near as bad as I thought it was going to be. Morning, ladies. How are we? It's fine. bloody size of them, they're huge. A little bit of movement. Okay, so I've now got to bring everything up this hill. If only there are another 2 people in this venture. Oh wait, there is. Holy hell. Probably doesn't look that bad on the camera, but it really is. Our new family and colony is here. Very exciting. You know what? I'm going to open the entrance up first, because otherwise these will not be happy. Okay, so we've got foam tape. Oh, we're coming out. And that, oh, there is wood in there as well. Did tell me to take that out. So apparently this is like a full open box. Morning, ladies. Welcome home. And just like that, we have 2 colonies. So, okay. Wow, look at all this propolis. Amazing. Oh wow, that's just full of honey, I think. Apparently our queen is marked yellow. Boom! There she is. Just about to say she's not on there, and there she is. First frame we've come to. There she is, beautiful. So this is one of my favourite times. Not only is it just really, really nice and tranquil coming out and tending to the bees. I mean, listen, just the wind in the trees. But what's also really nice is just having a cup of coffee here overlooking that. It's just ace. You know, Monday to Friday my job's very intense. I make a lot of phone calls, a lot of decisions. It's relentless, it's non-stop. But I look forward to a weekend because I can get out here and do this. You know, it's concerning for me in the sense that I've never been stung in my life. So if I am stung and I'm allergic, I'm on my own, then it's quite, you know, I'm not sure how quick these things take effect, but either way, I'll just die with the cows, it'll be alright. But no, like, just coming here on my own, it's just so peaceful. You know, spend a good hour here, drinking a cup of coffee, looking down the field, no phones. Obviously I've got a camera on at the minute, but that's a little bit different. I don't film every time I come, but this is it. So what I need to look at doing now is fencing off. So I want to come from this post here, ideally to that post, and that will give us all this area for more hives and for some more space. Yeah, I wouldn't mind sowing a little bit. So yeah, so that I think that'll be the next job really. Be quite fun to do. Should probably get the farmer's permission, not like just cutting his padlock. Best of it is though, I did it and then I wussed out. Like, it's cut, but I just need a pair of grips to bend the link because it was just too noisy at like 7:30 on a Sunday morning. I thought it was going to be a little bit quieter than that, but never mind. Well, hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for coming along. We've got our ladies in their new home. We've got the queen marked yellow because I saw her straight away. I wasn't about to drop the frame to one side. Yeah, if you like this video, please click like, please click subscribe, drop a comment, say hey. It just helps grow the channel, it helps grow everything. Right then guys, take it easy.